Hi there, Zam here with Nerd Nation. I'm here to talk about Star Trek Prodigy. Yesterday was Star Trek First Contact Day, and we had a massive information dump. So much so that a lot of it came whilst I was sleeping because I'm in a different time zone. Nevertheless, I woke up to this Prodigy. Now, I'm very much looking forward to this show. I like new ideas, so much so that I'm a big fan of Star Trek Lower Decks. That's a totally new idea for Star Trek, and it works really well. It is good to take shows in different directions, and the direction they're taking this show has got me, my goosebumps popping up. I'm just really excited. So let's just talk about Star Trek Prodigy very briefly. Basically, the show is about a motley crew of young aliens, and they're in the Delta Quadrant, and they don't know anything about the Federation or Starfleet, anything at all. And they come across this mysterious Starfleet ship, and they commandeer it, they take it, and then I believe maybe they come across Janeway as an AI because that's who she is in this show. And whilst they're flying through space in this Starfleet ship, they learn about themselves and they discover, maybe or try to discover a better future for themselves as well, all through maybe the Starfleet or the Federation sort of ethos of doing things, which is why I believe the AI of Catherine Janeway will be such a prominent thing when it comes to teaching those values to the rest of the crew. I'm loving this idea. This is just genius. Going back to the Delta Quadrant for a start. I mean, that's just uncharted waters, in so many directions, because it is like a parallel universe, so to speak, for Star Trek in the current universe. When I say that, I'm trying to refer to things like The Flash and stuff like that. When they go to parallel universes, they can have anything they want there because it's a different universe to our own. To a degree, they can do anything they want in the Delta Quadrant, but it's so fucking far away. Anything goes over there. And that means it doesn't necessarily affect what's closer to home in the Alpha Quadrant. And I like that. It means new ideas, new ways of doing things. And just seeing this group of aliens as well, I mean, I find them all very appealing. Let's talk about the one on the left of this picture. It's a robot with a blue light coming out of it. I'm not sure if it's if it's artificial intelligence or if it's actually a living creature inside this robot trying to survive. Who knows? But by them waving their hand, this person seems to be friendly. The person next to this robot alien is some sort of troll-looking alien with a tool belt as well, like spanners and stuff like that, robotic arm, definitely a mechanic, definitely an engineer of some sort. Look, he's got stains all over his shirt and stuff. Also smiling, seems to be a nice dude. Person next to the troll-looking alien is this slender female alien with the locks. Kind of reminds me of the alien from Star Trek Beyond. She seems to be possibly the leader of this group before Janeway possibly takes over. So that's why she seems to be a bit more stoic and a little bit more serious. Obviously, Janeway herself, she's going to be playing. I'm not sure if I mentioned this earlier. She's going to be playing artificial intelligence. She's AI. She's a hologram. She is not the real Catherine Janeway because they find this starship fleet, these aliens, and they come across obviously the emergency training hologram first shown to us by Robert Picardo in one episode of Voyager, but this is the Catherine Janeway version of it, and obviously being an actual captain Catherine Janeway was, those personality traits are definitely going to be coming out from this particular hologram, but over the course of time I do expect her, while she's activated, to create her own personality too. So it's going to be very interesting to see where she goes. Next to Catherine Janeway is this alien that looks like maybe somebody who's very efficient. It's got that speedster vibe about them, even though they're not a speedster, they're just a fucking alien. Look at the hair, the quiff of the hair and stuff like that. Fast moving sort of alien. That's how I feel about this person. Can't tell the gender of this particular alien as well. Can't tell if it's a male or a female. I'm opting for male, but if it's female I don't care because these things are irrelevant. Okay, so next to this alien is this little blob. Now this little blob, at first I thought to myself, oh look, they're incorporating the Orville, and I thought to myself, oh, Orville's not Star Trek, Orville's Orville. And that's really cool because Orville itself is basically a homage to Star Trek, but what Orville did was create this blob alien, and that blob alien was such a popular alien that it looks like Star Trek are now using Orville as inspiration for this particular character, and I like it. I like it. It's really cool. Look at the smile on the face. You can tell this is going to be a lovable character, full of lovable characters. I love it. And talking about lovable characters, the last one, the one on the far right, this red giant monster rock alien, definitely got gentle giant written all over him, hasn't he? Him. I believe it's a him. But definitely got gentle giant written all over him. And, you know, it's going to be like space school, isn't it? All flying around, learning things and stuff like that. I'm not sure if they're all kids. Some of them seem like kids, youngsters. I mean, like the troll-looking mechanic alien, maybe he's got a few years under his belt. It'll be interesting to see how all these different types of species got together and how nobody knows about Starfleet and stuff like that. It's going to be very interesting. I know space is very big. It's going to be curious to see, you know, this get-together. It's got a very Star Wars vibe about it as well, with the unusualness of the aliens, because most aliens are quite humanoid-looking. So I'm liking the fact that the aliens are all very different. And that's also very cool as well. And it's about time Trek start making more of the aliens look less like humans and more like fucking aliens, whatever they may be. You know, use your imagination. This is going to be a great show. I feel it. This is meant for kids, but the kid in me is popping out. And I hope that's not a negative, because I want this to appeal to this generation of young people. I really do. Because I want this generation of young people to take on Star Trek, feel Star Trek, appreciate Star Trek, see what it's done for the world. I think a lot of them don't understand what good has come from Star Trek in today's society. I know it sounds weird me saying that, but a lot has. You know, starting with the first interracial kiss, more than people realize. You know, a lot of the science fiction tropes we have, parallel universes and stuff like that. You know, time traveling and stuff like that. A lot of it came. I know Star Trek didn't necessarily start the time travel thing, but, you know, like the mirror universes and stuff like that. A lot of these tropes started with the original series. There's so much, you know, that can come from this show. You know, if a new generation of young fans takes it on board, I'm going to be on board with this show. This is not just for kids, as far as I'm concerned. I'm not saying it's a family show either. I just think it's going to be very appealing to Star Trek fans, whether they're young or old. And I can't wait. I really can't wait. I'm really excited. All this time I thought this was going to be some bullshit in Starfleet Academy somewhere and stuff like that. No, this is in the Delta Quadrant. This is beyond my expectations. I'm really, really excited for this. Thank you very much for watching. Leave some comments below. Let me know what you think as well. Bye-bye.